Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we're going to be cutting another clutch here. This is going to be my Super OD Yellow Belly Fire Clown Pied male who's had a bunch of clutches for me and is actually for sale in my store right now. And he's bred to a clown het pied, so everything should be Orange Dream Clown het pied at the very least in this clutch. And there's 6 eggs, so hopefully half of these turn out to be clown pieds. But I did want to show you real quick an update on these ultrapieds now that they're all out of their eggs. If they're gonna kind of turn up nice, I'll show you. I think I've decided to let them all go. Let's see this one here. This is kind of one of the cooler ones. This ultrapied here. It's a really nice color to it. Really nice saddle there. I believe the female. I don't really know the genetics on her because she was kind of a really strange looking snake. I believe she was in like a Super OD leopard fire. As you can see, this is like the cream of the crop here for those ultrapieds. Really pretty snake. So I think everything in here is OD, but she could have had something else because the pairing that made her was kind of insane. A bunch of different there's like 6 or 7 genes in the pairing, so it really could have been a lot of different stuff in her. Here's another nice one. So I did decide that I'm going to release all these. Those are the 3 ultrapieds, and then there's 4 pied head ultramels, and all the pied head ultramels are really cool. They have a bunch of weird, like paradoxes in their patterns in their heads. Nothing I've seen before. There's one of them. Let's see. I don't know if this one does or not. These all hatched. They're small eggs. They all hatched kind of small. This one's got a neat little paradox in the coloration. So they're all like 45, 50 grams, which is really small usually for clutches when I see them come out. So these are probably, I'm not going to be ready to go until the end of April. Neat. I'll have neat little head markings. So yeah, they're all going to take a while to go just because I want to try to get some more weight on them before they head out. But they'll all be ready. So if you see anything you like there, let me know. I may even have them listed in a few weeks, just saying, hey, they're not ready to ship yet, but you can kind of pre-order them, I guess. So let's cut this clutch. Hopefully, you get some good odds here with clown pieds. This might be my last clown pied, straight clown pied clutch. Really ever, because I'm not really working on just straight clown pies at this point. So, yeah, I'm not really breeding anything else. It's just clown pies. So hopefully we get some good odds here. 6 out of 6 would be fantastic. But at the very least, I'm hoping for 50%. I'm hoping for half of these eggs to be clown pieds. Actually, still, as of recording this video, which is going to be roughly kind of 2 months or 2 weeks before it actually posts, because if I'm only posting Saturdays now, I'm recording this actually really well ahead of time. And I know a lot of you ask, why do I do this? I don't like the extra albumin staying in the egg after I cut it, because it seems to kind of go bad. And while I haven't seen it actually negatively affect the snake or the embryo, I just don't like the fact that it sort of starts to look kind of nasty in there. So I usually just squeeze it out. Not really necessary at that point. But so yeah, I'm recording this video like 2 weeks ahead of time. But I still have one clown pied, like a really nice clown pied left from an earlier clutch. So, if you're in the market, this snake is either huge or there's 2 in here. This could be my first twins. I can't tell. Or it's just a ginormous snake. It's a really pretty clown, though. Unfortunately, yeah, we didn't hit a clown pied there. It looks like there's possibly 2 snakes in there, which are really cool, because I've actually never hatched twins. Or, again, this snake is just enormous. But I would say that's probably an OD. This might be an ODYB fire. It's a really pretty snake. The female didn't have any other genes in her, so it's hard to say. You know, there's nothing from her end, and the male is only identified as a Super OD YB Fire. But that's a really pretty snake, so I can't wait to see that come out. And if there's two in there, even better. Don't see pied in there, but they're the very worst. They're het pied, which is, you know, what I always say is you really need to be, let's just start back here, working with doubles at least, because, you know, nobody's really just producing single genes. And if you are producing single genes at this point, you're not really making a whole ton of money off of it. You're going to be probably losing money at the end of the day if that's all you're making is doubles. So, you know, you need to be, at least get those hets in there, the visual hets, combos. That snake just looks, I mean, these eggs are big, but that snake just looks like it's almost too big in there for it to not have two. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It just looks weird. Cut enough eggs open to kind of be suspicious of that one. Ooh, got a pied. This is really pretty. It's a really pretty one. Looks like it's possibly just an OD. I hope. There's not a kink in there, because that looks kind of funky the way it looks like there might be a kink in the snake, which doesn't look good. I don't know if you can sort of see, like right there. It's probably going to be hard to see in there. It looks like there's possibly a kink. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like there is, so that's not good, because this would be a clown pied if the snake even survives out of the egg. So we'll see on that one. I'm not real hopeful on that one, but it looks nice. Looks like a nice orange dream, but hopefully I'm wrong about that. But it doesn't look good. It looks like the spine's sort of messed up there, which is just something that happens, you know, when you go through, you know, I don't obviously know the rates of birth defects in humans, but obviously, you know, you go through 100 eggs or 100 you know, human births, that you're gonna run into some birth defect, whether, you know, big or small, on average. So, you know, when you're producing eggs and you're making, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 a year, you're gonna run into birth defects, and there's sometimes nothing you can do about it. There's obviously some you know, genes where, you know, let's say super cinnamon or something like that, where you're just prone to birth defects and duck billing and kinks. But there's other times where, you know, you have a perfectly safe pairing and you just run into, you know, some bad luck. So, well, this one does not look like a pied, but it looks really strange. It's a very weird pattern on this one. It's a neat looking clown. I'm curious to see what that looks like when it comes out. I don't know if you can really see that because it's sort of kind of belly up a little bit, but it's a really neat looking clown. So I'll be curious to see what that looks like when it comes out. Again, I mean, everything should be OD clowns in here, and the other genes we have are yellow belly and fire. Now, I'm not looking too good here with the clown pieds from the get-go, because the only one that looks like it's possibly a clown pied looks like it might possibly have a birth defect, which obviously, if the kink's as bad as it looks, I mean, that snake's not going to survive. I would be surprised if there aren't more birth defects on it when it actually comes out of the egg. I'm surprised if it will even hatch properly. So I don't really have a whole lot of hope for that. So we really only have 2 eggs at that point, and they're both clowns. I mean, I think I'd be happy at this point with these, the clown het pieds that only have a gene or so. I mean, if you're selling them for, you know, $200, $300, $400, $500, maybe depending on the amount of genes, you're probably going to be happy with that. They just, I mean, clown pieds, the one I have listed, I have under $1,000 and it still hasn't sold. So, and it's a beautiful snake with multiple genes in it. So, hopefully this one's really pretty. So this looks like this might be an ODYB Fire Clown Pied. Beautiful. Beautiful snake. Has a really nice head pattern. You're not going to be able to see it because it's sort of in the egg a little bit. But you can see the colors there and how clean that saddle is there. That's a really nice looking snake. So I'm going to be happy to see that come out of the egg. That one looks nice and healthy. It has a decent amount of patterning too. Nice saddles. When you're when you're working with fire and pieds, they can make really high white pieds. This one looks like it has a decent amount of pattern in it, so that's nice. I like to see that when I'm working with those brighter, because I mean, fire looks really nice in pieds. It's just that it makes it high white. Just like sometimes when you're working with cinnamon in pied or black pastel in pied, it can make high white. But if you get lucky and you get a little more pattern in it, I mean, your snake's just absolutely stunning. So, sometimes you kind of just hope for that little bit extra pattern to have that one lucky snake that has the really cool gene that shows a little more pattern. It's not so high white, and it really makes it pop even more. All right, let's get lucky here. Let's get some more luck with the clown pieds here. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants a nice looking clown pied. One of the coolest combos. Just plain, even just plain clown pieds. You get a nice high expression, high coloration. Just a normal clown pied can really look pretty. I've had a couple come through here that were adults that I've bred look really nice. All right, no pied here. This one looks like it's probably just a plain old OD clown head pied. What I might end up doing with these, since we're 1 clown pied and 3 clown head pieds, I might just end up making them like pairs when I'm selling them, which seems to do better. It seems to be a better value for the customer when I'm putting them together as pairs and just giving them as like a nice little one package price rather than trying to sell. And it makes it easier for me. I ship less boxes. I pay less in shipping, and if I ship 2 snakes together, it's a little cheaper. And so I might end up doing that with some of these just to kind of not be holding them forever. The cheaper end snakes, these clown head pieds, they're, especially the OD clown head pied, if I make $100, $200 off of it, I'll be happy. But if I sell it with, hopefully there's a good number of males versus females in here, and I can make just nice little pairs to sell, and you make a little bit more money and you save yourself a little bit on shipping. That's kind of the way to do it. So that's probably what's going to end up happening with this clutch, because I didn't really hit as many clown pieds as I hoped. This one needs to be a clown pied, or else I hit bad odds in this clutch again, which isn't out of the ordinary for me. I seem to have some bad odds at times with hitting the doubles and triples. But let's see. Nope, hit it right on the money. And this is actually a very nice pattern clown pied with a lot of pattern, which is fantastic. This one will probably end up being the best seller. Might go first because it has so much pattern to it. It's a really pretty snake, so and a ton of pattern. If I had to guess, that's probably just an OD, maybe an ODYB, because I've never seen a fire pied with that much pattern to it. But that snake's absolutely stunning. It's probably going to go really fast. Will be available. If this one looks super kinked, so I'm not expecting that to live. It might, but I'm not expecting it. But that also has a nice amount of pattern, which is the sad part of it, being the one that's kind of probably not going to survive. But so I hit the odds exactly on the mark. When you're working with a double visual to a visual het, your odds of hitting a double visual are 50-50 versus making a a visual het. So, you know, we have the 3 clown pieds here and the 3 visual hets here. And the other nice thing about working with a super OD is everything's OD then. So at least you're not stuck with only hitting a clown het pied. You know, you're guaranteed at least to be making OD clown het pieds. And then when you end up hitting the double visual, which is 50% of the time in this clutch, they're all OD. So everything here is an OD clown pied at the very worst, which again raises it up a level over top of just hitting a clown pied. An OD clown pied is worth a lot more money than just a plain clown pied. And so that's where, you know, working with those extra genes comes into play. So I can't wait to see these out of the eggs. I mean, it's going to be a while before I actually have them in a video, because this video isn't going to post until like the last weekend in March, the way I have them uploaded at this point. So keep a lookout for those. I don't know if you can, this guy here, he's flicking his tongue inside the membrane. It's kind of neat. But yeah, they'll be posted as soon as I get you know, a chance to get them up and ready. They actually look all pretty big, so I think that they'll probably start eating real fast and be ready to go pretty quickly. They'll probably be ready to go as soon as the ultra pied clutch is ready to go, even though they hatched, you know, a week and a half later. And again, if you're interested, the sire to this clutch too, as of right now of recording, is still in my Morph Market store. A proven breeder, big, huge male, produced a bunch of clutches for me. So if you're interested in the clown pied project, it's a male I paid $9,000 for, that I'm asking basically a very small fraction of that at this point. So take a look at that. Hopefully these guys will hatch okay. I'm hoping. I'm just seeing that this one has a kink, but I'm like 95% sure there is a kink in there, which is kind of sad. And then we'll see you guys next time.